Hello everybody and welcome to Gaming News of the Week. I am Strawberry Shoggoth and today is the 25th of March. Studio Wildcard, the developer of Ark Survivor Evolved, has been hit by a lawsuit from Trendy Entertainment, the developers of Dungeon Defenders. The suit may result in the game's development being halted and possibly pulled from Steam. The suit claims that the former Trendy founder and creative director has violated a no-compete clause in his contract by working in secret at developing Ark. The Xbox app update for Xbox One and Windows 10 has been released this week and is available for download. The first of the updates is increasing the thumbstick precision for Xbox Elite wireless controller. The second update allows you to see detailed information about connected devices in the Windows 10 Xbox accessory app. The third update allows the possibility to include audio from Twitch party chat in Twitch broadcasts. And the fourth and final update allows purchases and view of backward compatible Xbox 360 titles in the storefront on Xbox One. In other Xbox news, Microsoft has apparently been running a survey asking Xbox owners about the resale of digital games for 10% of the original price. While this, at least to me, seems quite low, it is at least a way to get rid of some old digital games you no longer want, and it gives you a bit of extra cash that can be used to buy new games in the Xbox store. Blizzard, the developers of just about everything now but Warcraft, Starcraft and now Overwatch, has added weekly brawls into Overwatch inspired by Hearthstone's Tavern Brawl mode, basically a week-by-week rotating game mode. Heart of the Storm, another one of Blizzard's title, will be receiving a one-lane map in an update available for use in custom games. The indie game Firewatch, a story exploration mystery game, has this week announced that they sold roughly 500,000 copies during the game's first month, which, well, it's always nice to see when a actually good indie game makes it, so we should be happy for that, I think. Julian Gollop, original creator of XCOM, is working on a new title, Phoenix Point, described as a turn-based tactical combat world-based strategy. So it sounds, well, XCOM-like, I would guess. We will be looking at the development in excitement and hope to get more news later on. Nintendo's first mobile game, Miitomo, has become a big success in Japan, and this might very well affect how Nintendo goes forwards with development. If they see a mobile game actually doing well, perhaps we will see more Nintendo mobile games. Earlier this week, another Nintendo-related story was also circulating, claiming that Nintendo would halt the Wii U production at the end of 2016. This has later been denied by Nintendo, who stated that the cited report was not from the company and that they intend to continue producing the hardware unit into the next fiscal year and beyond. Good news for all Wii U owners, I think. The previously exclusive Far Cry Primal's pre-order bonus has this week been put up for sale, so if you think some of the bonuses look interesting but you didn't want to pre-order, you can now buy this content separately for $6.99. The indie game Punch Club has, since its release, seen roughly 300,000 sales, but unfortunately also been pirated around 1.6 million times, with the major regions for pirating the game has been Brazil, Russia and China. A patch for Ubisoft's Tom Clancy The Division released this week. Among other things, named enemies will now be dropping better loot in challenge mode. Going rogue in the dark zone should now be a more viable option. There have also been some minimap fixes, some PS4 performance fixes and some other minor bug fixes. In other Division-related news, a minor bug has manifested in the game that may result in players getting locked out from accessing the game. The bug appears to be related to the game's crafting system, and occasionally crafting a high-end backpack may result in you being locked out of your account and no longer able to log in. Ubisoft is currently investigating the situation. Sony has announced that Evolution Studios will be shut down as part of a restructuring of their European development studios. Bethesda this week revealed additional information on Doom's multiplayer mode, and beyond the information they have earlier released, 2 new game modes has been shown. Freeze tag, where your attacks, instead of damaging your enemies, freeze them, and also Warpath, which is basically a mobile King of the Hill mode. So in freeze mode, you can freeze your enemies and then shoot them to push them into lethal situations, or their teammates may congregate on them to thaw them up. And in Warpath, as I said, it's King of the Hill, but with the hill area slowly moving around the map, so mobile King of the Hill. The development on Mugenics has been put on hold by the developer at the same time as a brand new game called Legend of Bumbo has been announced. Legend of Bumbo is described as a turn-based puzzle RPG with random generation. This might sound interesting, but I would also like to see Mugenics come back in the future. Telltale Games have announced the 3rd season of The Walking Dead to start in the latter half of 2016, if everything goes according to plan. The team has planned for how to properly continue the series after the multiple possible endings of Season 2. So, according to Telltale Games, they have a proper plan for how to tie that all together to give you a satisfying start of Season 3 without invalidating the end of Season 2. Battleborn, Gearbox's upcoming MOBA shooter, has had its open beta announced. The beta will start on the 8th of April for PlayStation 4 and the 13th of April for Xbox One. The beta will include 2 of the 3 multiplayer modes from the game, and the beta will also contain a taste of the story mode content. Now, preloading will be available both for PlayStation and Xbox One, so you don't have to download all of it at the same time as it releases. Frontier Developments has released their latest game, Planet Coaster, in early alpha this week. The game is a spiritual successor to their previous game, Roller Coaster Tycoon, that they developed back in 2004. The alpha is available at frontierstore.net for the low price of $75 or regional equivalents. When released later this year, the game will, however, be priced more reasonably at $30. One could assume that an alpha version, basically playtesting the game for them, should result in a lower price, but apparently Frontier thinks not. Rockstar have released 2 of their classical games, Bully and Manhunter, for PlayStation 4. The titles are using the PlayStation 4's built-in PlayStation 2 emulator and can be played at 1080p. Star Fox 64 has been re-released to the Wii U console this week and will be 50% off until 21st of April when Star Fox Zero is released. That's everything I have for this week, so I hope you enjoyed the listen and have a great weekend.